I wanted to ask, so you've worked on these transactions for a while now, and I'm going to go ahead and speak for everybody that could be listening or not listening. I think everybody who has ever been outdoors, hunting, fishing, any of that, I think every single one of us has probably had the fantasy of like, man, what if I just like dropped the desk job and just did that? What I want to pack all my stuff into the wilderness and just guide. That would be great. Because I know personally, I've thought about it. I would say no less than 5 times a year for the last 20 years. So,
Okay.
so from what you've seen, how difficult is it to jump into?
If it has to be, when you jump into an outfitting and guide business, you're jumping into a lifestyle. This is not a job where you punch in on the time clock and you punch out. They're worried about their business 24/7. 365 days a year, they're worried about their business. Are they going to get enough hunters? What do they need to do? What do they need to do things? And it's the lifestyle. Um, some of these hunters in the fall will start going in the backcountry at the end of August. They're starting to pack in camps, setting them up, prepping for hunters that are starting to coming, beginning or mid-September. Um, and sometimes they're working 7 days a week from the end of August until hunting season is over, and they're pulling camps out in the middle of November. And so they've got that 3, 4 months there where it's not a 40-hour work week, it's a 100-hour work week. They're putting a lot of that time they're in the backcountry, so there's no cell service, there's no internet. They're not real accessible to the rest of the world while they're back there. So it takes a certain personality that is willing to be in that backcountry and away from society for such a period of time. You know,
I was going to say that in the tremendous combination of skill sets that you have to have, like you might have it in your head that you're going to go out and play in the outdoors all day. Like, no, that's just maybe a fraction of it. The other half is you have to be able to do all of that, dedicate that time, and put up with like I'm going to assume that not all clients are the same and that some of them you want to absolutely leave in the wilderness, tie to a tree, and like wrap a stake to their leg and hope a cougar finds them. Like,
never.
I mean, that part of the business when you pick up because people are gonna people and you can fix all the logistical problems in the world. You will never ever fix all the people problems. You're going to have people in the wilderness that are awful and you have to maintain. And to boot, you're not hunting. You're letting them.
Right. You don't get to pull the trigger. And I know some outfitters that for those reasons won't book online. They book everything face to face through hunting shows. I know other outfitters that don't want to spend their spring driving from hunting show to hunting show to hunting show to book the camps. So they will book online. And so they all choose how they manage their business. But I guess the point is, Megan, if you're getting into the business, you got to realize that there are months where you are completely tied up and not available. Now, there may be other months that you're completely available. February, there's not, if you're not going to a few shows that start mid-February, you can have a whole month off. You're done with your lion hunts by then. You haven't started the bear hunts in the spring yet. And fall hunting's over, your reports are in. You might be off for, February, March. Don't have to do anything. And that kind of makes up for those 3 or 4 months you've spent completely in there. And so when you're looking at it, that's what I mean. It's a lifestyle. Can you live that lifestyle?